Hey everybody, it's season 5 of Cobra Kai. Has it been a year already? No, it hasn't actually. I looked it up. It's only been 9 months. That's why it feels like didn't we just watch Cobra Kai? We did! 9 months ago. Although I've been binging it on other people's channels too, so I saw season 4 in my brain much closer to now than you might think. Where we left off, Miguel has disappeared, looking for his father. Gone south of the border, down Mexico way, I believe. And Johnny's going to go after him, I think. And it might be this episode that it happens, because it's called Long, Long Way From Home. Which it sounds like we're following that storyline. In other news, Cobra Kai won the tournament. Legitimately. They didn't have to pay off a referee, did they? What do you think, Tori? What do you think, Tori? They stole that moment from her. She doesn't feel like she's earned it. I wouldn't be surprised if she told Samantha this season. Speaking of Samantha, I saw an interview with Mary Mouser, who plays Samantha, like months and months ago. She was like, well, nobody's favourite character is Sam. And I was like, ah. Like, you get it, you know? Because of the way her character is written and the position she has in the show. But let's be team, if we can't be team Sam, let's be team Mary this season. And looking forward to her scenes. Hey, maybe she can win a tournament if there's any tournaments. And speaking of winning tournaments, isn't it about time Robbie won something? He's always second place. He's always runner-up. Last season was so good. Like, legitimately, the last 2 episodes, where we have 2 episodes of tournament, were just fantastic. But even throughout the season, like that little montage when when Johnny and Daniel are going to fight, that was great. That build up to that whole thing, it was just absolutely fantastic. The funniest shit I've ever seen. But I also really like the Tori Robbie stuff when they went to prom and they stole the show, that episode. And the Tori Amanda friendship, even though, you know, it pissed off Sam. And she's going to be holding that grudge, I think, going forward. But I still see a world where Sam and Tori become friends. Eventually, you know? Now, did Tori try to scar her for life in season 2? Yeah. But she's turned a corner. And maybe this revelation that Cobra Kai is, you know, paying off referees, maybe that will soften her a little bit. And yeah, Robbie and Tori, really enjoyed them last season. Along with Silver, they were probably my favourites of last season. Johnny, obviously, is always a favourite. But who knows who the favourites will be this time. Kreese is in prison, framed for the assault on Stingray. And yeah, Silver's going to open up Cobra Kai's everywhere, all across the globe. Dojos everywhere, as far as the eye can see. And Hulk may or may not grow back his hair. He doesn't need it though, because the strength was always inside him all along. Maybe, I wonder if he's going to be in a relationship with Moon. I guess we'll find out. Looking forward to it. Getting into this, I presume this episode will 1. Go to Mexico, 2. Set up where everything is. There might be a little time skip, maybe. Maybe a little time skip. Let's frickin' get to it, shall we? Oh, and I can't wait for the music. The music is my favourite part. I always rock out at the end. Oh, and Chosen is back to help Daniel rid the world of Cobra Kai once and for all. It's kind of cartoonish when you say it like that, isn't it?
Karate is more than a sport. Fast. And now, we want you to become part of its future.
Oh, and yeah, Kenny the Bully.
Welcome to Cobra Kai.
Oh, I like this.
We are proud to be the home of the first female All-Valley Tournament champion.
Legitimate champion. Legitimate.
All you need is the right teacher.
It's a new era at Cobra Kai. Come join us.
Hey, Kyler's got some new cool hair this season. Is this Chosen? Just hanging out in Daniel's pool? Hey Amanda, do you know there's a guy in your pool? A naked guy in your pool, Amanda.
Good morning, Amanda-san.
But you didn't tell me he was going to be living with us.
Yeah.
And you said the All Valley was the end of it.
Yeah, but we lost. We lost though.
I know, but with Terry Silver in charge and Cobra Kai expanding, they're now more of a threat than ever.
Yeah, we gotta do something, Amanda. Well, Amanda is not on board. It's safe to say, I don't blame her. All this karate nonsense, she just wants to work at the car selling place. Hey, Mexico. Now, Miguel's dad is supposed to be a real piece of work, right? Doesn't know Miguel exists, and may or may not try to shoot him when he arrives. He's probably head of the cartel. Or maybe he's the coolest guy ever. Maybe he's this guy. This guy right here, Miguel. No?
Oi,
Hello.
you need some help, mate?
You can help me get to 137 Avenue San.
Easy.
Thank you guys.
I don't trust this guy.
Right.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you guys.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you don't mind giving me some pasties.
Yeah.
Sure.
What, $5 out there?
500, everything I've got, okay?
Right. There you go. And how much you want to pay for the bag?
What bag?
Bag?
They took your bag, dude.
A reward might be in order.
Kick their asses, Miguel.
Found your bag and all.
All 6 of them.
How much are you thinking?
How much you got?
Just a kid, dude. What are you doing?
What, you didn't think I'd take all your money, did you? What kind of monster do you think I am?
You were scammed,
Ah, and hey, welcome to Mexico.
dude.
Thanks.
Hey, we're here too. We're here too. Robbie?
Mexican candy,
Mmm.
chicharrones.
I don't think
and
that's how
just
you...
picked up this badass cell phone. It's got 60 minutos on it. It's like 300 American minutes.
That's not how time works.
And I got you a little something to say welcome to Mexico.
No.
Don't tell me it's offensive. We bought it in Mexico.
Yeah. Cultural not appropriation.
Turn around. Isn't that great? I got one for me
Don't
too.
wear that. Don't wear that.
So what are we actually doing here?
We're gonna find Miguel.
Look, this is a father-son bonding thing. It's just something we have to take care of first.
Has he even told Robbie?
Gather around. It's great to see you all back here again.
There's only like 6, 7 of
You
them.
know, we walked away with a first place trophy thanks to Eli.
And Sam screwed us.
We said we'd close our dojo if we lost. As of today, I am shutting down Miyagi-Do Karate.
What?
This dojo may be closing,
But
but Miyagi-Do lives inside each and every one of
right
us.
here.
Guess I'm getting a summer job.
Could be worse, Dimitri. You kids that I don't know your names, get out of here.
Dad, I can fight.
This isn't your fight, Sam. Please, just trust me on this.
Let Sam in though. I'm rooting for you, Sam. This season. Does he work here? No. The Forbidden Room. He's in there, Miguel. Hey, you can't come in here.
Está cerrado, el jefe está ocupado. Anda, viejo. Yo nunca te he mirado por aquí.
Son,
Voy a llegar. Mi madre es Carmen Díaz.
do you know Carmen?
Se ve buena la ruca. Pueblo, sácame este güey de aquí.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm here for your bouncer's job. Gonna take this guy's job, if you don't mind.
Mira, viejo. El vato que estás buscando no soy yo.
No?
You've got to be kidding me.
He didn't know.
I wasn't bullshitting you, Robbie. I want to fix our relationship. But when I heard Miguel was in trouble, I had to do something. I just couldn't leave you at home. Besides, I need your help to find Miguel. I know where the kid gets off the bus, so that's our first stop.
Right. Oh, wait.
Saw Miguel.
Oh, pause it straight away. They're going to the place, the bus place. And those guys are going to try something with them. And they're going to get Robbie and Johnny are going to hand their freaking asses to them. And we're going to take back Miguel's money. And, it gotta be right, because they're going to where the bus left him off. Why else would we go there? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
If we come up dry, I'll check the Mexican phone book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mexican phone book.
Might as well put Miguel's face on a milk carton.
They still do that? Right, I don't want you to go home, but
Oh, watch yourself! Oh, we're stranded in the middle of nowhere. We hit a tree. Oh, we're not going to get to that bus stop place now.
This is what we're up against. Terry Silver. This is how everyone sees him.
Charismatic, strong, rich.
There's only one way to end this. We have to cut the head off the snake.
What does that mean, though?
Daniel-san.
What do we do, though?
I can do that.
He's going to go kill him.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, no, I didn't. Please, put him away before Amanda sees him.
Yeah, she'll freak, dude.
We need to expose Silver for who he really is. Then his students will see the light.
How do we do that? Hidden cameras?
He always thinks 2 moves ahead. We have to be careful with this guy.
He must be careful with this guy.
She's practicing for the rematch. She's watching the whole thing.
Miguel? Hey, Sam.
Did you find him?
That's actually why I'm
Maybe?
calling right now. The whole process has been a whole lot harder than I expected. And
Your mom and grandma left Ecuador to get away from your dad. They probably did it for a good reason. You're not even asked what happened at the tournament?
How are you making this about you right now?
I'm not. I just thought you'd be in my corner.
Okay, well, what about my corner? You have no idea. There are more important things in karate, Sam.
There are.
Oh, like relationships, Miguel.
Hector, ese trabajo de Rogelio.
Oh, that's the Hector.
A veces te pasas de bueno, Hector.
Hey, maybe he's a nice guy.
Where the hell did LaRusso hide the lug wrench?
In the secret compartment.
I lived in here, remember?
After you went missing, me and LaRusso tried to find you. We found some pissant driving it instead of you. We chased him to a chop shop. Ended up fighting the douchebags that stole it.
Yeah, it was a cool fight. We teamed up.
I had no idea.
I know I haven't been there for you, Robbie. No.
But he's here now. In Mexico.
I've also failed Miguel. Hell, I'm the reason he ran off in the first place.
Well, sort of. Nah, not really.
If you're serious about making things right, you can start by helping Miguel. I know you have your fair share of regrets when it comes to him.
Yeah.
Johnny, are you at the bus station yet?
Almost.
Maybe I should come down there, Johnny.
Who knows what this Hector guy could do if he sees you again?
He seems nice. Oh, Cobra
Look at
Kai.
that line. Cobra Kai's enlisting kids who have no idea what they're getting into.
Daniel-san, look. I have seen these moves before.
Oh.
You have?
Kim Sung-young.
My name is Terry Silver.
Ooh,
My
flashback.
master is Kim Sung-young of South Korea.
Nice tie-in.
I thought it was just some mumbo-jumbo Silver came up with.
No, it's very real. He taught many American soldiers.
Kreese and Silver were war buddies.
It's all tying
What did he
in.
teach them?
His style was controversial.
Super
What's
aggressive.
controversial about it?
I will demonstrate.
Watch your back, Daniel. Shields up. Strike first. You know?
Kim Sung-young's style is based on deception. All direct attacks will be recognized.
Right, we gotta be sneaky.
To catch serpent, you must think like serpent. We will use his style against him.
Okay.
How will we do that?
Enroll in his classes? Don't do that. That would be really weird. Everybody loves him. It's so colorful. I love it. Ah, he's got a son. He got a stepbrother. There you go. Is he going to be able to approach him? How's the car looking,
Bus leaves from
fellas?
here, see?
Yes.
So buy your ticket. It's for some drinks and snacks.
What, Robbie? He's not going back. He's sticking around.
Ticket guy says he thinks he saw Miguel talking to these surfers. I'm gonna go ask around.
Robbie, watch his back.
English?
Australian.
Looking for a kid?
Gave him directions, yeah.
All right, great.
Great.
Can you tell me which way he went?
You know, it might be easier if I show you.
Oh, they're doing a scam. The same thing.
He's heading here.
That guy's lifting his
X
wallet.
marks.
That's a bad idea. All right, man, so what's the scam?
We can either do it the easy way,
Robbie,
the fun way.
get in
Listen,
here.
asshole. I'm gonna take that surfboard and I'm gonna shove it so far up your ass your friend's gonna be surfing you.
The fun way.
Yeah, the fun way.
Good.
Nice. Kick their asses. Teamwork Makes the dream work, fellas. Revenge! Love it.
Adios, dickheads.
Oh, can save the kid from a bus. Good job.
Oye,
Hey, no problem.
muchísimas
Dude.
gracias. De verdad. We're lucky our paths crossed.
I guess so.
Por favor, ven a cenar con nosotros.
No.
Hey, please, we insist.
Oh shit.
Okay.
He should tell him right this second.
Maybe you're a stranger, but tonight you're family, okay?
Okay.
How you doing, fellas?
You're right, it was a mistake to bring you here.
But we got a good story out of it.
Yeah, we did.
At least now we know where we're going. X marks the spot, right?
All right.
Our competition has closed up shop, and the Valley now looks to us to lead the way. Cobra Kai now has more students than ever before.
Cutting edge karate.
That means we'll need more senseis. You must prove yourself in the way of the fist. It's time to see if you're worthy. Hey!
Oh, don't tell me.
Welcome to Cobra Kai.
No way, dude. No way. It's the thing I told him not to do. That's funny. Episode 1 of Season 5 of Cobra Kai. Not too much to talk about in this opening episode, because we didn't deal with lots of people. We kind of focused on Miguel's story. We focused a bit on Johnny and Robbie, and we focused on what Chosen and Daniel are doing. And that was basically it. We saw a few other people. We saw Dimitri, we saw Hawk, we saw Kenny, we saw Terry Silver, but they had very, very small amount to do. We saw Tori in a video form. We saw Sam, but the stories were very focused on a small group of characters, and the storylines are leading somewhere. Like the one in Mexico is Miguel went to find his father. He heard from his mother and grandmother that he was a bad guy. Now, are they lying to him about that? Or was he a bad guy and now he's a good guy? Is this guy that he found at the end actually a bad guy? He doesn't seem that way. He seems to have a very good, wholesome dynamic with his little family unit. There's no signs that he's a bad guy. The guy who was talking to him was like, hey, you're too good for your own good, you know? Getting handshakes from people. And that's not to say that there couldn't be some sort of weird seedy underbelly reveal with him, but on the surface he seems like a great guy, which is great for Miguel. If that's true, if everything is just great, and he's like, hey, I'm your son, and he's like, oh wow, I didn't know I had a son. Hey, welcome to the family. I'll send you a birthday card every year, and I'll pop into you if I'm ever up in America, and you can come down here anytime you want. Great. Because when he first came to Mexico and he found that first Hector guy, that was the one we were expecting. We were expecting that guy. And even when he was chucking him out and saying, I don't know any Carmen, I was like, whoa, he would say that, wouldn't he? Maybe he'll find him later. He'd be like, oh, hey kid, don't you ever say that name around my fellas. Ever again, I'll kill you. Anyway, we don't know who is his father. It could be a third guy. But the other side of that storyline, the best part of that whole storyline are the Australian crew scamming people by the bus stop. Seeing that set up with Miguel, and then seeing it later with Johnny and Robbie, you knew what was coming. Once they said they were going to the bus stop, endorphins bouncing out of my head. That's not how endorphins work, but they could. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see it. And then the fight itself, which just had like some cool music over it. You know? It was great. And Johnny and Robbie connecting is everything that we wanted from season 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And hopefully nothing goes wrong with that, because that needs to be a solid bond, and it needs to stay a solid bond. In my opinion. So next episode, I presume, look, this is my guess, we will only have 2 episodes in Mexico, and then we'll get back. We'll all reconvene back at headquarters to fight the Cobra Kai onslaught. Hey, it looks like at the end there, when Silver's talking to all these senseis that are going to be running different dojos, they all had a very specific name, different names, didn't they? Now is Cobra Kai branching out into different names, or are we absorbing other dojos into us? Like Crunch Karate and, you know, Extreme Fighting Mega Karate. I don't know. But Chosen has decided to join up. Learn how a snake thinks, learn how to defeat Terry. But hey, won't Terry see this coming? Won't he be able to sniff out a scheme? Maybe, maybe not. There's no reason for him to know Chosen or recognize him or anything like that. He hasn't seen Karate Kid 2. And elsewhere, Amanda's coming to terms with the whole thing. She's not happy. She's like, really? A 5th season of this stuff? We should get Amanda into it. We should teach her some moves, you know? Although, look, Amanda is the realest and sanest person in the entire show. Absolutely. And Sam is still hurting over her loss. She takes it upon herself. She feels like she's the one that is to blame for all of this. But she's not. She's watching over her match with Tori. She's practicing the moves. She's mimicking the moves. It's just in her head all the time. So I'm looking forward to her story with Tori this season. Because I feel like at some point Tori has to tell her that, actually, Sam, you won that fight. And I think that's a healing moment if it does happen. Now, look, I trust this show to go whatever way it wants. So it might take a while to get to something like that. But Tori, although she's not a villain, but she's very brash and bold and prideful. I do feel like she has a sense of honor as well. That's just based on wishful thinking, or just watching a character for a number of seasons. But we'll see what happens with that. You know for sure Kyler wouldn't be telling anybody if he found out about it, that he was the recipient, like if he had won the tournament and then he saw the Terry talking to the ref. No way he's saying anything. He's living off that victory forever. He's letting everybody know that he's the guy. Number 1, Kyler. Anyway, good start. Good start, slow start. When I say slow, I mean not everybody was involved in the episode. But there's so many characters. Not everybody can be involved. And I think, I don't know, maybe the whole season we're going to have this Mexico storyline going alongside the rest of it. But I feel like once the Mexican story is concluded, the show will feel more like the show when they come back and everybody's involved in the one story. That's my feeling. The next episode is called, that one was a long way from home. The next one is called, well, it looks like a mole, but there's a little thing on top of the E. So it could be like mole or something like that. So, yeah, come back next time for episode 2 of Cobra Kai. I'm going to watch it straight away. So, thanks for joining me. We'll kick Alex next time. See ya.